One of the things that often happens is that people sell themselves short in their resume. Now, you've already identified jobs that you think you want to apply for, and you've read those job ads carefully, and you've identified the skills they want. But a lot of people go and they make a resume and they think, well, I don't have a whole lot, and they undervalue themselves. I'm going to look at an actual student example to see what I'm talking about. This student, I changed the contact information and stuff, but this is an actual resume done by a student of mine last fall. And she said, all I've done is gone to school, and I've had a couple of summer jobs. And I said, well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the jobs that I've had. So she talked about the jobs. And I said, well, what job are you applying for? And she wanted to apply to work as a case management officer in a substance abuse clinic. Okay, well, what about those jobs did you do? What were some of the duties that they did? And I got her to list some of the jobs that some of the job duties that she had, and it turned out that a lot of them would have relevance. We talked a little bit more, and I talked about this other job that she had in the library, and she talked about some of those skills as well. And then we got to talking a little bit more, and it turned out she's an athlete. It turns out that she's been on the dean's list every semester she's been a student. And as you can tell, absolutely none of these things is on this resume. So let's look at her more recent version that she did. And this is pretty good. First of all, look at the formatting. You say the way things are done. You've got separate sections for education, work experience, and other things. Important things are highlighted. There's a lot of white space, and so the design or the physical layout of the document emphasizes important things. First resume, you'll note, it had TAMUCC. Well, that's not the name of the institution. It's Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi, Texas. Specific degree she's applying for. A minor is important. Look at that GPA. Generally, you put any grade point over a 3.0 as well. And the expected graduation date, May 2016. And then again, look at the difference between that first resume, just when she worked and where she worked. Look what she did later. She talked about the title, the job title that she held, which is important, and the dates, and the place where it was listed, the place where she worked, and then all the skills that she had. Timely and accurate information to customers, assist customers by answering product and service questions, greeted customers, effectively communicated. And then she did something similar with the work at the circulation staff in the Marion Jeff Bell Library. I note one inconsistency. She had italicized the name of the employer, which I thought was a nice idea. So let's go ahead and italicize that so the format matches as well. And then this bulleted list of jobs: she assisted patrons, replaced books, performed computer functions. And so notice what she's done is she's really looked at some of the job duties that she's had, and then she emphasizes them. And these job duties are a match of at least some of the skills that the substance abuse clinic that she was applying for wanted. Another thing to remember is that when you are a student, your coursework is your experience. Since she's applying specifically for work in a substance abuse clinic, she mentioned she had this course, Psychology, Drug Use, and Abuse. Extracurricular activities, she is an athlete, and I got to tell you, to maintain a good grade point average while being an athlete is important. So she mentioned those things as well. Also work on the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. And remember, student organizations, volunteer work, work at churches, all these are areas in which you have skills, develop skills, and use skills that could be relevant for an employer. And again, if you have achievements or awards, outstanding athlete, dean's list, academic honor roll, things like that, put those along with dates. Those are very important. And notice just the difference if you look between these two resumes. Turns out this young woman had a lot going for her, but as I said previously, she was selling herself short. Now, notice a couple other things. This is a chronological resume. You know what that is from the reading. This puts her education first. It's in reverse chronological order, so the oldest things go at the bottom, the more recent things go at the top. And I think it's actually a pretty well done resume. She has not yet graduated, so I don't know. Obviously, I can't say if it helped her get a job or not, but I think she greatly improved it by looking honestly at the things she's done and phrasing things in a way that matches the language of her prospective employer. It's something that we all need to do. Best of luck to you in this project.